Hi, I am Jerome Farrell Jr., Principal of McKinley Elementary and Junior High School. Welcome to McKinley's virtual back to school orientation. McKinley, where the expectation that everyone achieves is explicit. Our agenda. The topics are, we'll have introductions, give you building updates, remote learning, attendance, material pickup, breakfast and lunch, and we will direct you to the grade level session PowerPoint slides. First, let's start off with our introduction. Beginning with our South Holland School District 150 staff. Superintendent, Dr. Julius. Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Webb. Director of Specialized Services, Mrs. Robinson. Director of Technology, Mrs. Locomo. Administrative Assistants, Ms. Marshall and Ms. Craig. Social Workers, Mrs. Martinez, and Intern, Ms. Woodley. Paraprofessionals, Mrs. Sockwell and Mrs. Vasquez. Our nurse, Ms. Forte. Assistant principals, Mr. Ingram and Ms. Perkins. Special education teachers, Mrs. DeYoung, Mrs. Waddy, Mrs. Beckford, and Mrs. Zagaric. Our fourth grade teachers, Mr. Krugman, Mrs. Hodgkin, Mrs. Carter West, and Mr. Peter. Mrs. Beckford is a part of the fourth grade team as well. Moving up a grade, fifth grade team, Miss Anderson, Miss Hall, Miss Palmer, Mrs. Roberts, and Mrs. Wilson. Our sixth grade team, Miss Bryant, Mr. Cyrus, Mr. Finney, Mrs. Renfro, Mr. Poor, and Mrs. Terry. Our seventh grade team, Miss Fisher, Miss Dunn, Miss Coffey, Miss O'Shea, Mrs. Walker Harris, and Mr. Hannigan. Our eighth grade team, Miss Richardson, Mrs. Cook, Miss Lohr, Mrs. Pearson, Miss Marshall, and Mrs. Vitoka. McKinley Specials, Mrs. Lee, Mrs. Gonzalez, Mr. Chiang, Mr. Spatian, Mrs. DeYoung, Mrs. Merriman, Mr. Ballinger, Mr. Thomas, Mr. Bush, and Mr. Howard. Triangulation. Notice on your screen there's a triangle, and in the middle of the triangle, we have student. At each point of the triangle, you see teachers or parents or faith-based or community program. Let's begin with teachers. Teachers play a vital role in a student's education, the curriculum that's taught, the energy that teachers bring to class, the lessons, how they engage students. All of those things are vital to the success of a student's learning. Yet, we also have faith-based and community programs. Having students involved in activities, whether it be before, after school, on the weekends, involved in other programs other than programs at school, are vital to a student's education matriculation, having that outlet. And then you look at the top of the triangle, you see parents, the vital role that parents play, the encouraging words, reinforcing what they've learned at school, asking those questions at the dinner table. What did you learn today? How was school today? All of those people who I have here, listed here, whether it be here at school, and teachers, I'm including that as well, administrators, the whole staff, whether it's from the cafeteria, the custodians, volunteers, all play a vital role in our students' education. Ann Henderson and Nancy Burla said, when parents are involved in their children's education at home, they do better in school. And when parents are involved in school, children go farther in school, and the schools they go to are better. Well, while you were out away from our school building, we began with reconstruction. So we've had architect, our school board, our superintendent, myself, my other administrators, and so forth got together, and you'll be able to see in the next couple of slides what has been happening here at McKinley. And that we've been nonstop, rebuilding, whether there's been a curriculum or whether there's been remodeling our building, our school. And if you look on the left side of your screen, you'll notice what the building looked like prior to us remodeling on the floor and actually the entire gym. And then you see what the new look of our gym to the far right. You will have more pictures and more slides to come that we'll be presenting to our families at a later date. But I must tell you that I'm very excited. Our staff, they're excited. And you should be excited too, for the day when our students will be able to walk into these beautiful halls. And it was all for our children, all for our community. This is a picture of our new 4th grade hallway. Just absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous. And looking inside some of the rooms, I had this picture here to the far left. This is what a 4th grade room looked like, minus what you see on the floor. They have the yellow wall, but it's finished just like you see to the right of your screen with the classroom with the blue painting. That is our 5th grade, picture of our 5th grade classroom. So it is absolutely, like I said, it's absolutely beautiful. Cannot wait to see you all in the building, to be able to smile and look at all of the beautiful designs and the new furniture and so forth that is in our school. Here you see a picture of the cabinet. There's new cabinet space inside the rooms. All the teachers are appreciative of. Whiteboards, smart boards, you name it. It's just absolutely beautiful sight. Here's some more pictures of remote learning when we had books pickup day. You see me pose with some of our students and so forth. And then you see to the far right, actually at the bottom, let's start off at the bottom, that is our girls' locker room. We've since I've taken these pictures, there are now lockers in there, brand new lockers. It's absolutely beautiful. And you see Mr. Ingram, Ms. Thomas, and Mr. Bush inside one of the locker room before they put the lockers in. And then up top, you see 2 of our teachers, 6th grade teachers, math grade department. They are working on some curriculum. And so nonstop, although remote learning, we still are continuing on with our building up upgrades and with our curriculum, making certain that we're putting forth the best product possible for our students and our families here in South Holland. Remote learning. If you have any technology issues or concerns, I want you to take a picture of this, jot this down, and you can email our tech department at help@sd150.org, and someone will get back with you, hopefully within 24 hours, with an answer to any of your concerns. Parental support during remote learning. And so here are some key things that I want to talk to you about from our end. Our teachers are being very proactive, making sure the directions in each assignment or activity are extremely clear. They provide examples of tasks ahead of time, if possible, so students and parents can see the expectation. We've encouraged our teachers to make certain they present rubrics whenever possible and present those to our students and parents so they can see the expectation for the project or assignment. That our teachers Use Google Slides when possible to give quick tutorials or how-tos. Our staff are available to communicate to our parents via phone, via Remind, email, Google Classroom. Our parents also are working outside of school hours, many instances, communicating or sending emails out, trying to work with parents' schedule, knowing how tough these times are. So bear with us, and we definitely are going to make certain that we communicate with you all of the updates in a timely fashion, especially when it comes time for our curriculum. The first few weeks of school, what they've been looking like, and what our students have been seeing with our students. Our teachers have been addressing skill levels, and especially in our core subjects. They're identifying the standards. They're making determination based upon the I-ready exam that the students are in the midst of taking, and the STAR test. These are our local assessment, and it helps us see the gaps of where students are. And in some instances, some students, they do grow throughout the summer, based upon reading and other activities that they're doing throughout the summer that are enhancing their academic progress. So when we do make these determinations, we consider the following questions. What are the aligned standards at the current grade level? What are the skills required to master the missed or partially covered standards? And will the standard stand alone in instruction, or can it be layered in the current grade level standard? Attendance. Log in. It's important for our students to log into their classrooms on time. I would prefer at least no later than 8:30, so that at 8:35, you're ready. That student is ready to say, I'm present to the teacher when they log on to their big blue button through Canvas. Parents and caregivers, you should call the school before 9 a.m. if you know that your student will not be present online, just as if they were in school. And if you know the night prior to, that is helpful as well, because our office managers, what they're able to do, our administrative assistants, they will be able to retrieve those messages when they get to work the next morning. Material pickup day. These days are every Wednesday between 9 and 2 p.m. We're able to pick up materials or return materials. Now, if for some reason Wednesdays do not work for you, please don't let that hinder your child from getting his or her material that they need. Give us a call. Give your teacher, your child's student a call, and set up an appointment so we can make arrangements. We put our minds together, we can get through these tough times. Updated breakfast and lunch schedule. Breakfast and lunch will now be from 7:30 to 11 a.m. This is the grab and go meals. Let me preface that. The grab and go meals can be picked up between the hours of 7:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays. And parents are asked to go to Greenwood School and go direct to door 6, and someone from the lunchroom staff will be there to assist you. Well, that wraps up this session. Grade level talks with teachers can be found on our district webpage. Once you go to the district webpage, then you go to the McKinley page. There you'll be able to pull up the McKinley website and see the, matter of fact, let me pull that up for you before I close out this session. I'll pull that up so that you'll be able to see it. Exit out here and share my screen again. And this time I will go to sd150.org. I will go to school, McKinley School, and then I will scroll to McKinley Junior High and elementary virtual back to school night. And you'll click on view presentation. That's mine. But then when you want to go to another teacher's, you just click on that grade level. Well, once again, that does wrap up this year's orientation. God bless all of you, and let's continuously lift each other up. And together, we will see our students succeed to the highest. Have a great day. Take care.